Howdy, y'all. I'm gonna just set this up and we'll do a little music time. We'll take the sweater off. It was good for the day, but it's time to chill. It's time to be chill. And it's time to relax and keep the holiday spirit flowing, even though it's over. I'm in a hotel room here in Rochester, New York, and it is a ghost town, and it is New Year's Day, and people have just, the holiday season, you're like, boom, it's over. And what I'm saying is, it ain't over until we say it's over. So let's get a little music going. What do you say, ladies and gents? And my goal with this time, I'm kind of treating this particular broadcast like a little bit of a working endeavor, meaning like a little bit more intentional than when I just turn it on and kind of just hang out with that in the room. So I am talking to an audience. Sometimes I just, in that quiet, I'm asking myself, like, why am I doing this video? Do I need to do this? Sometimes am I addicted to videos? Like, do I need attention? Or, I don't know. All the negative ego stuff that can come up in conversation. I'm looking at it. I'm going like, oh, man. I just like to express, and I know other people. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, let's try that first. There we go. I wanna see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I wanna see you. I wanna see you. Light of your glory, pour out your power and love. as we sing, holy, holy, holy. I wanna see you. I wanna see you. I wanna see you. Who doesn't wanna see you? Yeah, the love and the light we share amongst brothers and sisters. Dedicated to one peace, one joy, one family of I'm singing, open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. I wanna see you. I wanna see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I wanna see you, see you, see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I wanna feel your presence and feel your beauty and feel your truth. Light of truth, holy presence, Holy Spirit, divine intelligence. We wanna see you. We wanna see you. We wanna see you. We wanna be with you. We wanna be with you. Be with you. Be with you. We wanna be with you. Wanna be with you. We love. Celebrate. Celebrate. Celebrate love. Truth. family is, as family does. I said family is, as family does. Family is, as family was. Family means together. Family means together. Family means together. Family means together. Together. Family means together. Even if that's apart. Family means. Family means. Family means. Family, yeah. Maybe we've never had an actually good representation of what true family's all about. And maybe what I'm saying seems kinda sensitive, seems kinda guarded and kinda critical, kinda. And just know I ain't saying anything that I ain't sensitive about, because a word like family is such a huge one in our language. And this song might seem kind of funny, but if you think about what I'm saying, I think you know where I'm going. And where I'm going is that family is something that we all want to belong to. Not for the burden, but for the friendship and all that comfort that comes with loving, and loving comes with. It comes with. It comes with. Comes with. Comes with. Comes with. Yeah. Let it rain down on me. Rain down on me. Just let it rain down. 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 So let it rain down on me, and let it rain down on you, and let it rain down on us. Say, let it rain down on you, let it rain down on me, let it rain down on us. Jesus. Now, why did I say Jesus? In fact, I didn't even really expect it. But now, as I think about it, there's power in the name. And whether you're somebody who's churchy or not, somebody who likes the name or not really, what I'm saying is that there's power in the name. You say, Ryan, why? And I will say, hi. And I'll tell you that I think it's because a lot of people have been saying it for a long time. And they lifting it up. And they charging it with all kinds of power. And ladies and gentlemen, we using the same words as them. So I think if we sing, and we sing to Jesus, we don't have to offend, because he's one of us. And when I say one of us, I mean human, who is also being, yeah. love and truth, merely words, right? That carry an energy of peace. Because love and truth is what everyone could agree on. Sound nice. When I say nice, I don't mean like manners and shit. What I mean is, yeah, that sounds cool, man. And when I say, yeah, that sounds cool, man, you might think I sound like a stoner. Well, let me tell you, open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes. Open the eye. Open my heart. Like I'm falling out of bed from a long and weary dream. Finally I'm free of all the weight I've been carrying. Falling off a giant bird that's been carrying me. Feels like I'm falling out of bed from a long and weary dream. Yeah. Just exactly as I remember every word and every gesture. And my heart is in my mouth. Yeah, that means I'm singing. Come on, sing it, say wake me up. Wake me up. Wake me up. Wake me up. Oh, wake me up. Wake me up. Wake me up. Wake me up. As my woman blows her cover in the eyes of the beholder, and my heart is in my mouth. Oh, if you think this is over, then you're wrong. Yeah, yeah, I'm singing. If you think this is over, well, you're wrong. You're wrong. So wait, wake me up, 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 wake me up. I nod in your direction, and I give a wink that says I'm friendly, and then I walk away because I know that you know that I'm winking at you. And then to my pleasant surprise, a tap on my shoulder. Oh yeah, wow. Oh, that felt good. Whoa. And I turn around to see it's you. Yeah. And you, wow. You're like, I saw you wink at me. I immediately followed you right over here. To find out who are you? And why did I feel so good when you winked? I said, yo. Well, there's a thing called wake me up, 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 wake me up. You are so amazing, you know it, and you are filled with a lot of goodness and a lot of truth. 'Cause I know that if I could see everything in your life from your perspective, I feel exactly the same way that you feel. Hey Sherry, yeah, give me a request. Request? Come on. Hey babe. Come on, wake me up, wake me up. Yeah, okay, you know me, I'll pick one. I got it. Actually, I don't really know you, but what I do know of you, you seem like one of the most amazing women. Deep and amazing art, and you do your art because you like to, and it's fun for you, and it's like, whoa, I can feel that. It's like, whoa. And you love Radiohead, so I mean, just that really is a thing. If people love Radiohead, then for me, it's like there's just enough to connect around the depth of that it's like, yeah, we're gonna have fun hanging out. All right. Let's see. Tune in about Radiohead and see what's there. Let's see what's there. Really learning to get much broader with my breath stroke, not pushing it, but just allowing it. Man, I'm like breathing through my head. It's awesome. It's like full inspiration, inspire. And get into the quiet as you exhale. All right, this is what came to mind for Radiohead. I don't really know this whole song, but I'll do my best. And this is off of The Bends, and it's called Sulk. And it goes a little something like this. Hit it! See what key it's in here. Yeah, I think this is it. Wish me luck. Sing along. Bought through the big one, But then the big one bit back. So he sat there and sulked. He sat there and bawled. But you are so pretty when you're on your knees. You're disinfected and eager to please. Sometimes you sulk, sometimes you bawl. God rest your soul. When the loving comes, but we've already gone. You're just like your dad, you'll never change. Each time it comes, it eats me alive. I try to relax, I try to unwind. So I declare a holiday. Fall asleep, drift away. Sometimes you sulk and sometimes you bawl, but God rest your soul. When the loving comes and you've already gone, you're just like your dad. You'll never change. That was fun. He thinks you're fucking awesome. Who? Can you type that again? Type that shit in. Type it in. Somebody thinks I'm fucking awesome. I mean, it's like, geez, he's leaving me hanging? Psh. Your second oldest son. Well, second oldest son, Angus. Oh, Angus, what an awesome name. Oh my gosh. Isn't Angus from AC/DC? Like, whoa, like what an amazing artist that I did not understand what that was all about until like the last few years. I'm like, oh, a schoolgirl outfit for every concert as far as I know for like 20 years or something like that, as far as I know. Now imagine people go, oh, he doesn't always wear it or he wears, I don't know, I don't know. But AC/DC, Angus Young, freaking Catholic schoolgirl outfit, like, when I was a kid, I watched that and it was like, I mean, I couldn't even process it. There were no thoughts about it. It was just like, what? Like that, but it was like, it was amazing. He's amazing, right, Sherry? I know you gotta be a fan. I'm sorry that I'm not reading your, all right, he loves AC/DC, good. But the dedication, or not, to the artistic expression of, I'm gonna wear a Catholic school outfit. Maybe it's not a schoolgirl outfit, it kind of looks like it, but I'm gonna wear a Catholic outfit and I'm gonna wear it like every time. Like, see, before it was like the why? There was nothing that it could explain why. And I would be like wanting to ask him or whatever, like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And now I understand that, like, what an artist does, because now this is what's flowing through me, is I do my art for me. People contact me, I don't get your art and whatever, and it just doesn't affect me, because I'm like, well, you don't get it? Like, okay. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. Because I'm like, I don't know, get it. Like, I just do it, I feel the artistic thing. So if you ask Angus, like, why'd you do that? I would guess that he's just like, you know what? Because that's what felt right. And the fact that he did it for all those years, and maybe still does, I think they're still going. I don't know. I know a lot about popular music, but I don't know. I'm not no trivia master. All right, let's do another here. Let's do another. What do you say, Sherry? Thank you. You know what? And I'm with you. I see the things coming up. I'm too far away to be able to really read it. So, be you to the fucking max. That's right. And it's been hard for me. It's been hard. It's still like, man, I'm in a hotel room in Rochester, New York by myself. And, my kids are, yeah. They're getting some time with their grandparents, which is fantastic. Because they want to, and I wanted them to, whatever. I don't know. I guess my point in that was like, oh yeah, my point was like, I'm in this hotel room because I'm sensitive. Like, I've been having a hard time being around people lately. Forgive me for tearing up. That wasn't even a full-blown tear up, but I've been having a hard time being around people lately because I've been getting more and more sensitive as I've been getting more and more, just what we're talking about, Sherry. And I know, and I've seen your art. You see one of your paintings, and you just, I'm like, oh. Years ago, I would have been, oh yeah, nice painting, whatever. Now I know enough about the creation process, and really, and I'm doing it now. For me, all of this that I talk about, and it ends up being art. This is what I'm talking about, and it's like, it's all just been about learning to take a pause and open up some space, and then relaxing into that and becoming conscious about like how to create on top of that. And in doing that, what the how to create becomes allow to create. So it's like, we all know it kind of comes through. Like, about 3 or 4 years ago, Flea from the Chili Peppers tweeted out, he's like, on a good night, or something like this, on a best night, the music plays me. And when I read that, it was when I first started to like understand art. I'm gonna read more of these comments. There's Martin. What's up, Martin? Aw, I'm glad that I've inspired you. Likewise, for sure. But yeah, so he said the music plays me, and I was just open enough to get that, or like it really struck me, because it was like, whoa, what does that mean? The music, yeah, wow, okay, yeah, that feels cool. That feels like, and now I get it. It's like you just become conscious of what you're doing, anything, and you just pull back for a second and breathe, and just kind of like look and feel. And I think the thing is though, is that you got to keep doing it, and each time you do it, it like gives you more ability to create even more space. And that's, for me, it's been like opening a can with a can opener. It's been a 6-year process of just like tune into what I'm feeling in my body, because that brings me into the moment. And then in the moment, I decide how I want to live. And when I'm deciding how I want to live, I want to be doing this, because right now, that tends to be a flow of life, And so what I meant by that is I want to be doing art. Like, my life philosophy is just pretty basic. Like, most people are working and don't want to be. And everybody, if they weren't working, would be having fun and doing art. Because I'm defining art as anything that you, as a person, express with intention and joy and confidence. And it doesn't have to be joy that's the emotion that's expressed through it, but the joy is in the creation. So I can joyfully create something sorrowful. In fact, I'm going to do it right now, and I know you love this song. And we'll see what happens. Capo changes the key. I got to do this one. Where do we want to do this one? I'm going to do this one a step higher than I usually do. Here we go. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. Let's see. I like to before I tune in, I think about the song and what it's about and the words at the beginning, words at the end. And you know what? Right, I don't do much of my original music for other people right now, just because that's what's happening. And I specifically like to do what would be called covers, other people's expressions that came out first, and then like do a 2.0 or layering on them. And it's not necessarily to say that it's better. It's just that it's different. It's just that it's oh yeah, that's something that it's like taking a traditional song and pulling out doing it your own way. People would be like, oh, that's cool. But if you do it with a more recent, some people go, oh, that's somebody else's song. I used to be like kind of like a little bit on the side of almost like I can't think of a word, but about like shit not covering other songs. You know, when I first started to learn about art and started coming to that, then I developed this like, no, don't do covers because that's other people's songs, that's other people's story, that's other people's expression. Like that's kind of like copying or cheating or taking. Like no, do your own, do your own, do your own. You know, express original, express original. And I got on that tip a little bit, and then it was like, you know what? For me personally, I feel the original stuff that I want to create, and I'm doing some original stuff now as it comes out. That's the thing. I'm just letting it come out. When it comes out, it will come out, and I sense it coming out in the future. Right now, I feel like my art form, one of my mediums. Yeah, this is a medium of mine. It's like I will come up with Sherry. Probably come up with a kick-ass name. The medium is like This is like karaoke. You know what does karaoke mean? So you get up and you sing other people's songs, and everyone like hopefully loves it, and like it's fun for everyone. So this is like a different type of karaoke that's like, I'm gonna take a song that's out there that some people know, and it's just because I like it and I want to do it. Like that's what's, you know, I can stand firm in. It's like, this is what I wanna do right now. Is play this song, someone else's song. Yeah, because I wanna do it my way. And people who know the song, they hear it that way, they hear it my way, they feel me in the difference. And that's where I wanna insert myself, is in the difference. And it's like, as I said, 2.0. 2.0 doesn't mean better or next level, it just means difference from the 1.0. In fact, most versions that come out of the 2.0 crap and all that Microsoft stuff is like they got worse. So. But you know what? Who's the judge? Who's the freaking judge? Wake from your sleep, the drying of your tears. Today we escape, we escape. So pack and get dressed before your mother hears us, before all. Sing us a song, a song to keep us warm. 'Cause there's such a chill, such a chill. We hope your roots choke you. And now we are one in everlasting peace. We hope that you choke, that you choke. Where we are, that you choke. That you choke. 'Cause now we are one in everlasting peace. We hope that we are together. Yeah, sometimes. And I want to say that you are amazing. Yeah, I want to say that you are amazing. And I want to say that you are amazing. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for spending your time with me. All right. Sherry, I will check the comments later because I saw you come through. Felt it coming through. Sorry I didn't get to see everything, but like, yeah, there's always later. You know, I can go back and go, oh, like. Oh, and Samantha's on here too? Hey, yeah. It's a party over here on YouTube. I like it better over here on YouTube. In fact, I should have done one of these filters. What was I thinking? I should have been on this one. I love this one. It's all documentary and stuff, like a live documentary. See, I've been told that let me pause for a second. I've been told that I use the word wrong when I say it. So it's a documentary or a documentary. Some people say documentary. See, I say documentary. People say documentary or documentary. Documentary. There you go. Documentary. Don't you remember me? Yep, that was silly and weird. I know. That's how I do it. That's how I roll sometimes. And other times I'm like the most stoic thing in the room. You know, like, sometimes I feel good. Sometimes I feel shitty. Sometimes I'm funny. Sometimes I'm stupid. Sometimes I'm smart, sometimes I'm stupid. Sometimes I'm funny, sometimes I'm not funny. Sometimes I'm sexy, and sometimes I'm a fucking buffoon. Sometimes I'm the smartest person in the room, sometimes I'm the dumbest person in the room. Most of the time, it's somewhere in the middle for everything, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I am not playing. Yeah. Check out this one, red. Oh, boom. I like how there's no lag in it. You push the thing and it goes instantly. Facebook, you push it, it's like, but maybe it ain't a Facebook thing. Maybe it's a traffic thing. I don't know. See, that's the censor right there. No judgment. It's like anything that comes in, it's like, you know what? I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know what feels good. I know what don't feel good. I think. See, that's the thing with most people. They don't know the answers to those questions. Do you know what feels good? What doesn't feel good? They're like, yeah. And I was like, no, really. Do you know what feels good? And what doesn't feel so good? No, that. Not this, that. And the other thing. You know what I'm saying? All right, glamour. Oh, we're glamour. All right, bye. Us. That tone was bad. Let me. I was just excited. Ready, Sherry? Take care. Have a good night. Thanks for joining in. Love you. Having me in person, but let's talk about that. Okay. I don't know who's listening. I don't care. I know Samantha, I think. But you know, the hearts and emojis and stuff, you know, you guys know. If you know anything about me, you know that I've been like a torch bearer for emojis, just because as I found out about emojis and learned about them from my friend Cassandra, you know, recently, and I'm like, okay, what's this new, emojis, and oh yeah, these are awesome. Oh yeah, I get it. Oh, you feel, you look at them, you feel, what feels good, what, you know, and you can be subtle back and forth with people. Someone sends you, you know, smiley face laughing, you're like, you see that? And it's like, I'm gonna send a straight face, you know, nothing. You send that, and then they're like, and then, you know, people go like, what does that mean? And then you're like, oh, you just broke emoji code. That's the thing of emojis, it's like all subtlety and innuendo because it's not tightly defined. Like, imagine in the legal system if someone had to interpret emojis as to, like, that's probably what happened. It probably will happen. People will be having, judges will start to see kids, they have to like interpret what the person meant by an emoji. That's funny. But anyways, emojis, you know, so the point I was going to get to is that I've been a strong proponent because I've enjoyed using them, but I also, when it comes to the hearts, it's like, whoa, because when you send a heart through without being in space with somebody, it means so much different to different people. And I used to kind of think like, yeah, let's use the hearts, let's get it out there. What it means is like, I'm for you, but I'm for me first. Okay, because for me, most people who there's no hearts, I think people would agree. It's like, what's unconditional love seems to be each person being sovereign and dedicated to their inner truth and their path unfolding. And that when it comes down to any person's decision of what to do or how to be or how to act or just, you know, how to flow into the next thing, that each person is best when they are as confidently as they can flowing from inner outward. And because what comes out is, you know, feeling free, feeling good is like less judgment, more connection, more positivity, more excitement, more art, because that's who we are and that's what's in us. And that's what comes out when we let it out. But here's the rub. You start letting that shit out, you start being authentic, you start being yourself, every single thing in your life around you that is not in alignment with that center core, like everything. It's like karma, you know what? That word's used a lot, and most people hate the word, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to say this is what karma means to me, and I hope other people could flow along with it. Karma is just very simply, you birthed into this world, like think it, like that's the starting line. Boom, you come in, or maybe it's with your first memory. I don't know. But you come into an experience that is not in alignment with itself in terms of like humanity, the earth, and people. Like things are moving way too fast. People are not connected to the earth. Everyone knows it. Like corporate craziness, war across the world, potential destruction, things are at a feverish pitch. And if you talk to a group of people, I'm imagining everybody be like, yeah, I couldn't disagree with that. Or I wouldn't disagree with that. I won't disagree with that. Free choice. Yeah, so free choice, what is that free choice? What is it? What is it to me to make a free choice? Okay, because here's the thing, and a lot of people listen to me right now, so I'm gonna use the word you. What I mean, I don't mean there's a lot of people watching me right now. I mean, potentially. Anytime you make a video, it's like, you might as well talk like you're talking to the world, because potentially you could, this shit shows up on Oprah, fucking Dr. Phil, or I don't even know if Dr. Phil's still on the air after the Cash Me Outside girl brought it to him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyways, that was a digression. Now we're back. Boom. Ready? Talking about free choice. What is it? Because of course everybody, thinks people choosing freely, people gonna go hurt people and rape people and mug people and steal and la 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 la. And it's kind of that stuff already all happened and is still happening. Okay, so what do we do about it? We go inward, and here's the difference: is that free choice we're talking about, which is really like a deeper, intuitive choice, intuition, inner wisdom, inner freaking wisdom, bro. Ooh, macho man, yeah, I love using my intuition, man. Love using my intuition, because I just go into silence, man. Oh, and I get real quiet, and I get in silence, and I kind of start to feel into the silence, and then I'm relax some muscles, and I notice the tension, and I'm like, whoa, and then all of a sudden I start thinking in new ways. And the macho man starts to know those new ways carry a little bit more of a bigger picture perspective. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. Imagine every time you have any kind of conflict or whatever, you don't know what to do, a decision you don't know what to do, if you were dedicated to taking time to sit down, get away from other people, get away from other things that are pulling for your attention, and getting quiet and silence and sit in it until you have the experience of, I know I've been sitting in silence. You start to get, it's like going out in nature, and go out in the mountains and you sit, people know when you get away from, everyone knows it. You get away from the world and then you just start to you can start to see a bigger picture perspective. It's like a formula. It's so simple. Confusion, things going on in life that aren't good, get in silence, because silence is the answer. That's what Buddhists are saying. Buddhists are just being you get in silence, and you let that silence take you over. Because it's like our body has receptors on the skin and the eyes, is how I experience it, all over. Receptors for silence receptors. It's like I've recently learned that within our, nervous system or whatever, that there are receptors for the part of cannabis that is called CBD, cannabidiol. CBD receptors. I don't know. People who make this up or say this or who I learned it from, who knows? I ain't seen any receptors. I ain't looked at them. I ain't been inside the body as far as I know. I mean, I'm here right now, but my point is that our body has receptors for stuff as far as I know, as far as some other people have been telling me. But I don't trust everybody. You hear what I'm saying in that? Especially people who, right now are saying anything, because what I'm noticing, this is a digression. I'm pointing out beginnings to the end. It's a tangent. We're tangenting. Ready? And we're going to switch it up here to this. Yeah. Okay. Hi, guys. So, we were digressing. Got a little distracted, got a little excited. Let's do what I was talking about. Just get a little silence. Ready? And there it is. We're talking about receptors, right? Skip the digression. Come back. That was a digression. Why I feel the need to tell you, I don't know. People do that stuff in language, and sometimes you buy into it, and you're like, oh, I'll do that thing, but it's not cool. It ain't cool at all. That's my apologies. That's my bad. I feel like I'm wasting your time right now. But the receptor thing, you know what I mean? Our body has receptors for different things. Imagine that your body, your eyes, have receptors for silence. And when you get your needed amount of silence and grounding, right? get on the earth. Grounding. I haven't been doing that much of that lately, and I need to. Grounding. It's a real thing. You know, everyone knows the Earth's polar. It's got a charge. So do we. Everything does, right? Atoms, protons, neutrons, all that shit. So doesn't it make sense that, like, getting your body touching the ground, you know, the earth, you know, we're part of it or we're from it. No matter what your religion is, it's just something that's like, yeah, we're here on the earth, it's our home, so can't deny that it's important. And it's like it wants to help us, but it's like, touch me and shut the fuck up. And even more so than shutting the fuck up, because that seems like there's something wrong that you're doing, but you're not. It's less about shut the fuck up, and it's more about you're invited to fully take care of yourself, my dear, by getting all the space that you need away from other people, especially when they don't want you to. Especially when they go, no, I need to talk now. It's like, if they ain't about to die, see, that's the thing. No, not even that. When you know you need space, you need it. Because if you're not sure, you need to get into some silence to figure it out. And the way to get into silence is to get your ass away from whatever it is that's pulling on you, so that you can be in that silence. And those, you know, your body wants silence, your mind wants silence. Oh, why do I have all these worried thoughts? And, you know, my life, my pace of my life is this and this and this. And here's the thing. Life's moving fast. Times are hard for a lot of people. So I fully understand anyone watching this going like, oh, it's easy to say, get time, get space. It's easy to say. And I'm like, I know, it is easy to say. And man, the more that you do it, the more that you find that you can do it. And so all I'm here, why am I talking? Why do I even care? What the? Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. And the plans they made put an end to you. I walked out this morning and wrote down a song. I can't remember who to send it to, but I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. Oh, but I always thought I'd see you, I went to see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me take a stand. And please see me through another day. You know you've heard Jesus' voice calling you to stay. Stay in the love. Cause he's seen fire and he's seen rain. He's seen sunny days that he thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always think I'll see you. Maybe I will. Again. Well, I'm walking my mind to an easy time. My back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn my head around. Cause I've had hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines and pieces. Pieces. Pieces on the ground. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought I'd see you one more time. I'd see you. Always thought I'd see you one more time to see you. To see you upon me, Jesus. Help me make a stand. So stick with me, Jesus, through these modern times. Stick with me, Jesus, yeah, till the end of time. Oh, shine down a light on me and show a path. I promise you I will return if you take me back. So let them get high. Let them get stoned. Everything will be alright if you let it go. So let them get high. Let them get stoned. California dreaming as of 12 a.m. midnight last night. So let them get high. Let them get stoned. Everything will be alright if you let it go. Just let them get high. Let them get stoned. Saying everything will be alright if you let it go. Yeah, stick with me, Mary, through these modern lines. And stick with me, Jesus, to the end of time. Yeah, shine down a light on me, show a path. I promise you I will return. Yeah, I am back. Oh, so let them get high. Let them get stoned. Everything will be alright. Just let it go. Whatever it is, just let them get high if you wanna. Let them get stoned. Don't really like that term. But everyone is getting high if they wanna. And if you don't wanna, well then you don't gotta. Cause one thing about the people who do is usually they respect the ones who don't. But they're just like, let me be, let me be, let me be. Each person sings, let me be, let me be, let me be, let me be. Cause each person thinks, let me be, let me be, let me. Each person thinks, let me be. Yeah, each person knows that they wanna be left alone, with no pressure from the boss or as the boss to do a thing called the job. Cause everybody wants to be hanging out. And the hanging out I'm talking about is not the type that brings up negative connotations. This is the type of hanging out I'm talking about, which is just being alive. Yeah, imagine one day you wake up and you're the only person on this God-green earth, and then something strange happens. Imagine you look around after a couple years of living by yourself in this green place, eating fruits and fishing and shit to stay alive, and getting plenty of sleep because there ain't no alarm clock in sight, and getting plenty of silence because there ain't no TV. Well, for that matter, nothing else around. No cities, no towns. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you see another person. And imagine that person comes up to you as you're sitting in your spot where you've been sitting for a long time. In fact, yeah, if you knew a word, you'd call it home, where you rest your head each night, and where you go when you get scared of bears and shit out there in the wild. And when this person comes up to you, what would you like their basic mindset to be? Huh? Would you want it to be one where they come up to you and say, hey, you get to work. You can't just sit there, get to work, or I'm gonna kick you out into the cold. Which is kind of funny. You've already been living out in the cold, and you've been managing alone, and you've been sovereign, and taking care of yourself. So when you say, what's out in the cold, to this new person in your life who kind of seems like a dick, then they realize the truth. And what they realize is that they made some type of decision in their own mind. And that decision was that you were someone who didn't deserve respect. And so when they came up to you, they were all like, you need to do this and this and this and this and this and this. And those could be called expectations. Expectations. Everybody hates expectations when we're talking about them. Kinda. Maybe. Because what is an expectation? But someone else thinking that if you don't do what they think you should do, that you will be punished. And what do we mean by punished? That the person will essentially yeah. See, it's tough because we all want to have healthy expectations, you know, that help us find each other and meet each other and build trust. And within building trust is a building of expectations. That's kind of what trust is. Because you had enough experiences, enough time, enough things happening that you start to learn each other and learn each other's patterns and learn each other's patterns together. You start to become a team or a unit. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that team or that unit is healthy and sometimes it ain't. Most of the time it ain't. And that's because people be thinking that, okay, what we were talking about before, which is about tuning into silence and letting your choices come from within. See, a lot of people think our choices come from without. And so they saying, you gotta look in this Bible, this particular interpretation of the Bible, and it says some stuff from a few thousand years ago. And when I say the Bible, I don't necessarily mean the Bible that we all think of. I mean any written document. See, written language is limited. We all know that shit. We all know it. You text, you send a message, it just ain't the same. So it ain't profound. But here's the thing. We're governed right now by written documents, and people who take the stupid, ridiculous, but kinda necessary, job of a judge, where they put on a robe and say, I will judge others as innocent or guilty. And actually, when they're brought in, they're already assumed to be guilty. That's why they say, hey, if you plead guilty, well, we'll let you off with a little slap on the wrist. And that's ultimately because the judges and the people involved in that system don't want to be judging people as bad. And so they say, hey, just judge yourself as bad and we'll give you a slap on the wrist. And then we'll all be free to go. We don't have to go through, And so many people do it because it costs a lot of money to go the other route. And, if everyone seems agreeable on that one part, then, whatever. But then that can be a problem, right? I mean, come on. I don't want to get into this all right now. Because the point, ladies and gentlemen, Samantha, Nikki, whoever else, is really never a point at all. It's just to say, yeah, oh, yeah, it's a mystery, yeah, life is a great big mystery. Who wouldn't agree on that? Seriously, I'm asking right now. Seriously, I'm asking. Besides the song and the singing and the lighting and the cool background and the filter, documentary, I think it is. Seriously, ask yourself that question, because I don't even remember what the question is now. Oh yeah, who wouldn't agree? Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Who wouldn't agree that life is a mystery? Yeah. Seriously, who wouldn't agree? And on that, peace. Thanks for joining me over here on YouTube. And I hope you all have a beautiful day. And I appreciate you spending your time with me, I guess. It's cool, whatever. Everybody flowing, everybody going. That's what we're talking about. That internal, the deeper choices, like the goodness can come out. But it ain't easy being authentic. It ain't easy being honest. It ain't easy being rigid when you need to be rigid for your expression to be legit and to be true to you. So when we're really true, this is my experience, and who knows? But what seems to resonate with people who are tuning in and really feeling into like, what the F is going on here, is that when we do get quiet and get out, get out. That, yeah, man, there's some stuff that comes up and we got to heal and we can, get into all kinds of nuttiness, but it's a path of healing. It's a path of releasing all the repression, all the stuff that we've stuffed away, all the, all the shackles that have been on them. When you take them off, you start to, but you can do it. You got it. We got it together. Everybody's just, journeying, just flowing and going. Everybody's doing, be the best version of themselves or not. Just be you. What's the best version of you is you, you. It's always, the best version of you is always you right now. You can say, yeah, there's a better version of me in the future. And it's like, yeah, okay, but the you now is the one who's going to create that version. So you get the credit. So you're freaking awesome. And if you've done some really, really bad shit, like really bad, that everybody would be like, oh my gosh, you did that? Well, guess what? Most people have to some degree. Most people have done something where a room of people would be like, oh. And the thing is everyone's holding on to stuff. Oh, because they think if I told somebody, I just can't. I have to hold it to myself. And guys, man, whatever you've done, whoever you are, you know what? And I don't, if you say, oh, you don't know what I did. If you knew, then you'd be like, oh, I changed my mind. I know for me personally, man, if I had anybody come up to me and say, hey, can I tell you I did something and I need to tell somebody. Well, see, yeah, that's the thing. It's tough because then people will be like, oh, I'll call the police. I'm just, that's what churches are for, right? Confessional. Isn't that what confessional was originally for? Is for people to come and like get something off their chest. And it seems like I've never done it in a formal setting, as far as I can remember. But it seems like that's what it was about, was going in, and that the discreet nature of it was so people could say, hey, I did this thing. And then it got into like, well, then you got to do this in order to be like made right for that. And once you got a person judging what another person needs to do in order to be okay with God, then it's like, oh shit. And I think the people who were in the position of saying that were doing their best because they thought, hey, I really do want to help get this person off the hook, and I don't really know what to do, so I don't know. I was kind of taught that if you do this and this and this and this, then you'll be okay, so I'll tell this person that. And then they're like, oh, really? And they're like, yeah. And then they believe, And so I think each person has to just be able to sleep each night. I think each person, that's like that, the cliche adage, ladies and gentlemen, that to be able to sleep well at night means that you, what does it say? Are you sure you want to stop streaming? I think we're still gone. The people who I sleep well at night, the idea that if something is eating you up, that you don't sleep well, or because if you have something on your heart or on your chest or something that you feel shameful or guilty about or whatever, and so you're not sleeping. I'd just say, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's okay. You're not alone. You're not alone. I talk to so many people, and I talk about deep, big things with everybody because that's what I like to do. Everybody shares with me. I hear everybody's good stuff, all stuff. Man, but everybody feels like they are unique and alone and isolated in their shame. And as I say it, everyone's kind of like, oh yeah, that's kind of what shame does, is it like isolates us from each other. And man, you could say that what this getting into yourself and allowing your real vitality and energy to come out instead of being controlled by the forces and pressures and parents and teachers around you who are so under pressure to perform and not lose their job. Everybody's so under pressure to perform and not lose their job, and yet they don't want to perform because they feel encased, and so that feeling encased and not wanting to perform kind of makes them not perform that great. And so then there's this fight, and that's like teachers unions go like, no, you can't demand more from us because we are going to band together and say, we're not going to let go of, our salaries need to go up, and this, and then the other side of it's going like, no, like you will work this many hours and you will this, and it's just this gridlock of summer vacation and this is just one particular area, right? Schools, teachers. But man, one thing I wish somebody had told me when I was a little kid going into school is like, hey Ryan, you will survive psychologically much, 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 much better off in your time at school if you just know flat out that all the teachers that you interact with, all the people that you interact with at the school, they don't like their jobs. And they actually don't want to be there. And they actually would rather be home with their kids or with their friends. And so you're going to go into a place and you're going to have the person who's around you all day and teaching you about a new world outside of your home, and they don't want to be there. So as you interact with them and as you go to school and do it, just know it. And then you can be real sensitive to them. And you can recognize, like, oh, this isn't really like a fair place to meet up and have conflict and stuff because one side, and the teachers and students, if you want to think of them as sides, which they don't need to be, but they're different names. Teacher, student. So teacher showing up wants to be there, kids showing up want to be there, and it's, then the conflict can flow, and if when it's there and be worked through and talked through and dealt with, and then keep things healthy, keep things moving, keep things respectful to all beings. Free choice of being there together, learn, grow. But that ain't what we're going into as kids. We're going into a place that's been like a factory, and there's people far away who are the ones who are paying limited amounts of money in most people's opinions or whatever, and it just ain't the way it's supposed to be in so many ways. And kids don't know that. For me, it's, going to school, and everyone smiles about your first day at school. It's exciting, this big thing, and it's like, whoa. It is exciting. It is a big thing, but wow. There's so much to talk about. Okay. Thank you all, and have a good night. Peace. Bye-bye. See you, Sam. See you, Nikki. I don't know who else is on here, but anyways, bye.